Hey guys, I'm Brian, and I'm just going to show you what's in the box today for an Intel Core i7-4930K processor. This is LGA 2011. This is a 6-core desktop processor. It's definitely on the higher end of what you're going to get from Intel right now. Open this guy up and you don't find too much. You have your manual, warranty instructions, etc. And of course your processor. Now we're not going to be installing this today. I just want to show it to you guys. Sometimes it's nice to see what's in the box before you go out and you get it. So this is your 4930K, obviously pretty standard Intel processor, larger style processor, obviously because it is LGA 2011. And so it just kind of depends, of course, for you on how much power you need in the box. If you don't need that much, you may not need to go as big as the 4930K. Now the K on this means it's overclockable, and so depending on your motherboard, you'll have some different overclocking options on this processor. It has, as I say, 6 cores, 12-way multitask processing, uses Intel Turbo Boost technology, the version 2 of that. Of course, has Intel Hyper-Threading technology and Smart Cache technology. Has an integrated memory controller. It supports 4-channel DDR3 memory and has a 3-year limited warranty. If you overclock and things like that, Intel does have sort of a forgiveness kind of plan that they will do, I think, and you're going to want to check on that. If you do overclock and you end up blowing your chip up, I've heard that Intel will usually take care of you, but like only once. If you do it anymore after that, they're not going to give you any more warranty repairs. I don't know what you would do to overclock this chip so much that you would make it blow up. It's already a pretty impressive chip running at 3.4 gigahertz. And I can tell you I have done some light overclocks on it, even just using some of the very straightforward overclocking options in Gigabyte motherboards to get it up to about 4 gigahertz. And not had any issues. Now where I do start to see some issues is in larger RAM applications. When you go up to like 64 gigs of RAM, I oftentimes find that overclocking gets to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And you know, that's, again, your mileage may vary on that. I don't really see any point in overclocking once I get to that much RAM. That's my own deal because, again, I'm building for audio production. I don't build for gaming and things like that, so this is what I keep in mind. But again, starting at a stock 3.4 gigahertz, not too bad. This is one of the newer generation processors from Intel in the 2011 size processor. It's not a Haswell. It does have a 4 in its name, obviously, but it's not a Haswell. Keep that in mind. Haswell is only on the LGA 1150 socket size right now. But that's not really a big deal. This one does run a little bit cooler than its predecessor, the 3930K. It outperforms it in benchmarks slightly, not by a huge amount. You can look at some benchmarks and check that out. It does outperform the 3930K a little bit, not a whole lot. So your decision is going to come down to how much money you want to spend, because of course the 4930K is going to be a little more expensive. I haven't seen this processor running too hot. It's going to depend, of course, on what processor cooler you use and how much you put your machine under load and what your burn-in test practices are and things like that. But it's not a processor that runs too overly hot. As Intel continues to release new processors, they typically get a lot cooler and more efficient. So, you know, that is a good reason to go for the 4930K. Should you get this over the 3930, you might as well if you've got the money for it. It's not a huge backbreaker to go up to 4930 over 3930. You certainly don't have to. You will get, like, say, a slight boost in performance, overall heating and energy usage a little bit better on the 4930 over the 3930, but those benefits might be nominal for you based on your budget. So anyway, I very much enjoy the 4930. I've used it in a lot of builds. Very popular processor and very, very capable processor too, obviously. So hope that you guys found this useful. And as always, if you have questions, comments, leave them for me here on the video. Thanks so much for watching and take care.
You read lies, force fed what to believe.